Hello everyone watching here at CKRAS TV, the only official ESWC CSS stream. My name is Risk and we just got the server IP. The teams are on the server. Let's see if I can find them right here on this other screen. We have 5 players on the server from CKRAS Gaming and 4 from FM Toxic. Of course, FM Toxic, the Swedish-Scottish team, with Swedish-Scottish, that's it. With Freiburg and MSK and RDL and all those guys, getting the wild card after the online qualification where they played really well. So of course, congratulations to them for making it into the grand final in Paris. And we will be going live in a matter of seconds, actually minutes, because the players are not joined up yet. We're gonna connect and switch you over to the source TV. So I'm just going to do this now. There we go. And as you can see, there's some toxic players on the other team. I'm just going to shut down the camera now. Yes, here we go. There it is. Nice. Yeah. Yep. And we're just waiting for the players to join up on their teams, so we will be live any second. I'm just gonna turn the in-game noise sound up for you also. Here you go. And we will be ready to go in a matter of minutes. I will put you on mute until we are going live, but don't go anywhere. This is going to be the first match at the ESWC Grand Finals. My name is Risk, you're watching CKRAS TV. And we are ready to go live here in the game between CKRAS Gaming and FM Toxic. The teams are FM Toxic, Freiburg, RDL, MSK, Neil and PTK. For CKRAS are playing 3K2, Holm, Cajun B, Want and Fetish. And we are starting here out on DDoS 2 with the knife round. Of course, the terrorists in the red jerseys and the counter-terrorists in the blue ones. And we have also enabled a total score for you, which will come in handy when the game is on the way and they're switching sides and stuff. Then we will keep the total score always viewable for you. But right now we have the gun round, not the gun round, the knife round, where Cajun B and Want will get one each. Freiburg coming in one also, Cajun B, and now it's only Niels remaining, and he will actually clutch that one, making it a possibility for Toxic to start as counter-terrorists. So let's see, they're probably going to do that. Let's see in the chat. Not ready. Off. So it's probably not live yet. Just guessing. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting match, because this will show how ready CKRAS are for this tournament. They have been practicing a lot online, I know, from conversations with the players. Not attending any LAN events. There's been one night in Copenhagen, Gaming for Life, Slap Live 24. CKRAS have not attended any of these events because they wanted to get ready for this tournament. Just making sure that they are 100% ready to do their best here in France. And we might be ready to go live now. Let's see if the players are ready. Let's see if CKRAS can live up to their online reputation. I'm not gonna jinx them, but they played really well in the online qualifier, beating both MTW and Reason Gaming. So this is gonna be the real test, the first test for them here on LAN. And if you're a long-time follower of this team, you know, once Fetish, Holm and 3K2 have been playing together for a long time in Imperial, in Ubergeeks, and Reason and CKRAS. So you know that in the old days, the team played very well if once was playing very well, but now they have actually evolved into a state where they do not need once as much, because they got Cajun B stepping up, home also stepping really up with incredible game sense and aim. So actually now it's not only up to once if they play well, but now the whole team can actually perform individually good, and that means that it's not all on once to win the games for them. Even though he is a standout player, he can do, actually, if you just send him on a bomb site, he will clutch it. He will take the bomb site for you. But let's see if that is going to happen here on DDoS 2. We are still waiting for the live. Up in the left corner you can of course see the minimap, where you will always see the position of the remaining terrorist and counter-terrorist. In the right corner, top corner, of course the ESWC logo, because we are an official ESWC stream, and in the bottom right corner we have the CKRAS logo, because we are of course doing this for CKRAS Gaming. We are CKRAS TV. Gamecast changed the name for a couple of days just to stream this tournament for you. Equipped with CKRAS Gaming shirts and Rocket Sense mouse pads and all that stuff. Great mouse pad, by the way. We're going to do a giveaway on our Facebook page later on through these days. Oh, fetch slow. Nice wallbang. But yeah, still waiting for the players to get ready on the stage. Another great game that will be shown today is CKRAS versus the French team LDLC. That will actually be played live on the ESWC stage at the Games Week in Paris. So that's probably going to be the close game of the round, the most important game, because I think my prediction is that Dynamic will of course go through as first in the group. That is my guess, because they have been playing really solid, especially at ESWC 3. And also, even though they made a couple of changes to the ESWC league in America, I think they have the strength and the skill to pull through as #1 in this group. And so the second place will either be CKRAS or LDLC. And that game between CKRAS and LDLC is probably the game that's gonna tell us which team will go through, except if Dynamic lost all their games in the group stage, which is probably not going to happen. But still, there's a possibility of that. Its source is ESWC, everything can happen. But yeah, that game is going to be played on stage in Paris with tens of thousands of French live viewers, live in audience. So that's probably going to give LDLC a bit of an upper hand in that fight, because they will have all these viewers and all this huge audience cheering for them in French, and also the French live commentators down in Paris also commentating in French. Let's hope they do not reveal any important things during their shoutcasting, as there's a big conspiracy about it actually. MaxLAN something, or was it LAN 79? I don't even remember. But a big conspiracy about it. No one actually even found out if that was true, but maybe. Well, we hope not. That will happen again. We hope we will see a fair game later today between LDLC and CKRAS, which is probably going to be one of the most exciting games. But still, it's ESWC. We also have MTW versus CKRAS. We have Dynamic versus CKRAS. So many top level games. But sure, it is the top of the world picked up by ESWC to play this tournament and qualified also. So yeah, actually only great games today. And the first one will be of course against FM Toxic, the newly picked up Swedish/Scottish side. The general manager of FM Toxic said that he would pick up a team attending the ESWC. Did not matter if they were English or if they were Scottish or Swedish or whatever. But yeah, a great thing by him picking up this team and helping them to get to the finals in Paris. That's a nice thing to do. But yes, still here on the server waiting. I think they're having some problems with the server. Their live bot is not quite working the way it should be. Freiburg come in with a maybe if we all retry. Some server problems admins are fixing, quote Jihan, don't retry. Well then that's cleared up, thank you 3K2. We will also have some live phone calls during this stream where we will call some CKRAS players, asking them how they are doing. Live here on the stream. As I think the only stream. Maybe the Americans will be calling the Americans and stuff. And Holm coming in with a sarcastic note. Go to ESWC, they said. It will be fun, they said. Of course, tired of waiting to get started here in this game. So am I. Well, thank you all for tuning in. You could also go onto our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/GCastTV. I'm gonna go AFK for a little bit, gonna mute the microphone for you, and you can just follow this pre-game while the players are getting ready. And finally, it seems like we are ready to go live here in the game between CKRAS and FM Toxic. For all of you new tuned in, CKRAS, their players are 3K2, Home, Cajun B, Watts and Fetish. Toxic consists of Freiburg, RDL, MSK, PTK and Neil. And we're not live. Wow, this is actually great. Of course the admins down in Paris are doing their best to fix these servers. You can follow here the chat of the players. And right now I think we have 3 streams of this tournament. Of course our stream, which is following CKRAS, and also following the European teams if CKRAS gets knocked out. And we have the 2 American streams, Esports Collective and Netcode Illuminati, who will be following the American teams. They are of course on Twitch TV, so that is bullcrap compared to own TV, which is the best. Yeah, own TV. Woo! So if you for some strange reason wanna go view them, you can also do that. But I would not tell you to, because our stream is better, and it is on Own TV, which is the official broadcaster for ESWC. They actually bought the rights to stream this. So yeah. But again, it seems like the players are not ready, or actually the players are ready, but the servers and the admins are not ready. I'm gonna keep the chat open for you so you can see exactly what they are typing, but I will mute the microphone again so you won't have to listen to me talk all the time.